EA Sports is proud to present continuing coverage of the world of golf. Today, live coverage comes your way of the final round. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that's a good way to start this final round. It's in the fairway at the first. Let's bring in Nota Begay the third once more. Nota, when you were a kid with those big dreams, 11, 12 years old, you're on the putting green practicing all those hours. The 4-footer was for what?
Well, these 4-footers, and a lot of 4-footers today, are going to be for one of the biggest prizes in golf, and that's an invitation to the Masters and to the US Open. And for any young golfer trying to work their way up the ladder, those are the pinnacles of achievement in our game. So a lot at stake today, a lot of pressure. Let's see how it goes.
Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
There is a sneaky bit of break from left to right on this putt, but don't overdo it.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he's got it to minus 18. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This is a 9-footer. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. The lie is not a friendly one, but still a chance to get on in 2 with a good shot here.
Now, that's not a bad shot. And the reason why I say that, you see the lie, thick, heavy rough, just to forge that one out and get it on the green. Good going.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Couldn't ask for anything better. Split the fairway, and now I'll have a go at this second shot.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And he's left this in a good spot. Very little break, maybe a hair to the right, but no real elevation changes at all.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. The second par 3 of this front side, another long one, this 6th hole measuring out at 217 yards. That voice in your head will be telling you, don't go left, because if you do, you'll be down the cliff and onto the beach here by 5 Mile Point. Okay, that one's dancing. A good 20-footer here. You betcha, what a roll there. That is in for a birdie. And he moves to 21 under par. We head away from the coast now due east as we come to the par 4-7. A big wide fairway should make the tee shot manageable, but from there, this three-tiered clover-shaped green provides a lot of opportunities for three putts if that approach wedge is not dialed in. This is turning a little to his left.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Look here at birdie.
And a really tricky look here. Tough side hill putt. He's got to push it out to the right and just let it drift its way back to the hole.
Nope, that didn't quite turn as much as he'd hoped.
Needed a little bit more pace and a little more borrow.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to remain at minus 21. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or vomit over those two fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. Oh, he's taking a big run at this. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Yeah, on putts this long, so hard to gauge the speed, and that's maybe about what you'd expect. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5-9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way, but if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Nope, that's too straight. Needed to play that outside the hole and right edge. That's a tough break. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. Oh, that is right, and that could be trouble. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
I'm loving this round of golf. More shots, more touch. Another great one there.
Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back 9. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shouting. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards, a par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. Now note his second from the fairway.
158 yards left to the hole. Swinging it great today. Would not surprise me if he stuck it close.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Yes, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. And this is turning into an absolute runaway at the top of the leaderboard. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. That was obviously well struck, but it came in a little too hot, and that one's going to run out and leave him a much longer birdie putt than he would have hoped for. Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. This one started up the right side. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. But of course, with so many great vistas, this is visually a tough hole, this par 4 14. Look out in the fairway and you'll see pot bunkers to contend with in your landing area. If you can stay left of the danger, you will have a better look into an elongated green. Uh-oh, that's not going as intended. That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. Pretty shaggy lie here as he'll try to muster up something for his second. He just made one on the previous hole. This slightly longer for another birdie. Nope, good effort, but that's got to wander a few feet by. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to stay at -24. On now to the final par 3 on the course, the 15th, listed at 206 yards. Don't be lulled to sleep by the sound of crashing waves and seagulls. This hole can bite you, especially if you don't avoid that front right bunker, the deepest on the course. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Sizable putt from 16 feet. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 16. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present bend and dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Okay, not too bad there. Chance now for another birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he's got it to 25 under par now. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control. as that's in the fairway here at 17.
He'll have 17 feet on this putt.
Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. He'll remain at 25 under. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in two. Well, this is tugged way left. And that is not the spot to be. Well, that's really a good job right there to advance that ball down the fairway. That came out pretty clean, Frank.
Yeah, clean as a whistle, and now actually in great shape in this par 5. And final iron shot of the day, and it is one of the best we've seen here at the closing hole.
Now this for another birdie. Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And that will make this a final round, 63, a spectacular round of golf. Frank, one way to look at this is as a possible stepping stone to future greatness. It's an amateur title for our featured player, and it does include a ticket to compete in the